What do you need me for?
You're my assistant.
I don't want to go up in a helicopter. I do not wish to be in this unnatural machine.
In on that one a bit. He'll love a picture of his vulgar hovel.
Diana,
What?
can we go down now?
No, certainly not.
I might have died 10 minutes ago.
Just a few more pictures. Is this fun?
No, it isn't. Up here is far too close to God. He might think he can save on the fare by just taking us on from here.
You've got no balls, Tom.
I've got no bloody wings either. Get me down.
You all right?
Oh, Tarmac. How wonderful to see you. I'll never leave you again. Oh, my knees. God. What's this? The gang's all here.
Dan, how are you?
Fine, Harry. How are you?
We were just so worried.
Can't think why.
You've been up in a thingamy.
Marion, it's called a helicopter. I know that's a long word for your gnat's brain, but do try and take it in. No, you might be able to use it in conversation.
Dad, what did you think you were doing?
Diana wanted to take some pictures of rich folks' houses to sell for wicked profit, so I took her up in the old chopper.
You mean you were flying it?
Well, they don't fly on their own, you know.
Dad, you can't fly.
Of course I can.
In fact, you hate flying.
Nonsense. Great fun. The old co-pilot was a bit queasy, but once I'd done a few rolls and loops and banged it up to Mach 2 over the Atlantic, well, she knew she was in safe hands.
Is this true, Diana?
Well, of course it's true, Jane. Would Tom ever tell a lie?
Certainly dark in here.
That is why it is called a dark room, Tom.
I do love the unerring logic of our English language.
What were your revolting family doing here anyway?
Geoffrey wanted me to sign a petition.
Oh, my God, not another petition. I hate petitions.
It's all right, it's got nothing to do with you.
Let them fight their own battles. We didn't ask them to fight our battles.
They weren't alive for half of them.
That's no excuse. Believe me, when you're retired, it ain't your problem, because by the time it's solved, you'll probably be just a handful of dust blowing in the winter wind.
The council want to rezone their area.
Oh, good. Maybe they'll make it into a war zone, and Marion will get machine gunned to bits.
They want to make it into a light industrial zone.
Serves them right for being so ghastly. Now then, if you find the numbers on the bottom of the photos, match them to the addresses, then we'll look them up in the electoral roll.
Right. Apparently, someone wants to start a human spare parts factory right beside Geoffrey and Marion.
Liven up their window shopping.
Would be quite handy, I suppose, for when we start falling to bits.
Do you mind?
Jane could arrange bargain hunting trips. I could do with a pair of new knees. What about you? New hips? New eyeballs? New wig? If we all combined our orders, we might get a reduced rate. In fact, I could become a door-to-door spare parts salesman. Good morning, madam. Could I interest you in a brand new lower intestine?
I intend to go to my box in one piece, thank you very much.
Now, let me see.
Good grief. Oh, here, take a look at this.
Oh, it's what's its place? In Dallas. South Fork. JR's place.
No, it is not South Fork. It is the last place we took yesterday.
Gosh, we did fly a long way.
In that corner, you fool.
Oh, yes. Two people dressed in pink having a fight. Oh, goodness. Two people still in the pink, but definitely not fighting.
Knotting and gendering like toads in a cistern.
Sounds disgusting. Who said that?
Shakespeare.
Dirty old man.
Oh, Shakespeare?
No, not Shakespeare. This fella. It's not J.R. And that's certainly not Sue Ellen.
Of course it's not Sue Ellen. Sue Ellen is dark. And this, if I'm not very much mistaken, is a 6-bottle peroxide blonde trollop. Well, I'll have to airbrush them out. Nobody's going to want to buy a photo of their place with the gardener and the au pair at it, hammer and tongs all over the croquet lawn.
Guess what? I can only wish you luck with the zoning thing, Geoffrey.
Oh, there's a
Yeah.
Range Rover out there.
Je-
It's covered in balloons.
Jeffrey, I'm sorry. I'm going to have to say goodbye. Yes, I'm sorry, Jeffrey. Goodbye, Jeffrey. Bye-bye. Oh, that'll be Fergie Ferguson, the local political power broker. Now, look, Jane, I need to impress this man. I've got some ambitions that way myself. I need to show him that I'm also a person of power.
Oh, you are, Harvey. I find you very powerful.
Here's a little trick, Jane. Something to show your natural sense of superiority. See? Boss man. Underdog. Whoever sits in this seat, Jane, is in the position of the supplicant. Power seating, I call it.
Oh, you are clever, Harvey.
Yes, I am, aren't I?
Where's Harvey?
Now, remember your body language, Harvey. Head back, shoulders up. Hello,
Mr.
Mr.
Baines,
Ferguson.
can
Good to
see
you,
you
Mr.
now.
Ferguson. Hello,
Right,
Mr.
well, I hope you
Ferguson.
can.
Great to see you. Hello, Fergie. Good to see you. Good to see you. Do sit down.
Thank you, Harvey. Please.
So how are things in the cut-and-thrust world of local politics, Ferg?
Bloody awful, as usual. And now we got these damn silly elections. Why the hell the future of this country should be put in the hands of people as pig-ignorant as the voters, God only knows.
Quite.
Now, how many of your lot are stone-deaf?
Oh, Jane?
None at all.
Thank God for that. I did my whole geriatric spiel this morning, 10 valuable minutes, promised them the world, not a murmur. Then someone told me I was in the Institute for the Bloody Deaf. I could have done a quick leaflet drop and had a longer lunch.
Oh, it's a tough life.
I'll see. Now, look, these are the how to vote forms. I'll show you how to walk the old farts through them.
Everything okay, Miss Trent?
There's not enough strychnine in the soup.
Oh, Johnny. Mr. Ballard, here's your petition. All the staff have signed it, and most of the residents. Mr. Ballard. Tom?
You away, Tom?
No, I'm still here.
Penny?
What?
Penny, for your thoughts.
I was thinking about sex.
Give me my penny back.
I mean, do you think we should do it? I'm sorry, I didn't mean, should we do it together? God forbid. I mean, I didn't mean that either. I meant that, well, if we, oh, I wish I hadn't got into this.
I'm so sorry, Tom. Something went the wrong way. What started you thinking about sex?
Well, that photograph of that couple knotting and gendering in the garden. It got me thinking.
Tom, the British never think about sex at lunchtime.
I thought you'd approve.
Well, there's a time and a place for everything. When I'm supping my soup, I'm thinking soup, not sex.
I mean, I'm still capable.
Just leave the room.
Oh, just as I thought. You're all talk and no action.
Well, when it comes to sex, everyone round here is all talk and no action.
What about Harry Figgis and Mary Hawkins?
Good grief. They're not.
You should take your earplugs out one night. I thought a pack of wolves was upon us last Wednesday.
Well, she's no better than she ought to be.
Apparently she's a lot better than she ought to be.
Tom, will you just control yourself or I'll have you hosed down?
This is the best time to get them all together.
And while they're eating, they can't argue, eh? Great.
If I could just have your attention for a moment, please.
Just ignore him.
Now, as you all know, the local elections will soon be upon us. And we're very fortunate to have with us today Mr. Ferguson, who I'm sure is a very familiar figure to you all. Yes, well, Councillor Ferguson, who is standing once again for the Residents' Party, would like to have a few words with you all. Over to you, Ferguson.
Can everybody hear me?
Deaf?
Just checking. Now, as I'm sure you all know, the Residents' Party has no central government ambition. We are, as we proclaim, the party of the residents. Some of us may be Conservative, some of us Labour. But when it comes to the local elections, we are for the local people and the local people only. You sure you can hear me?
Do get on with it. The soup's congealing.
Yes. And we know that you, as our senior citizens, have special needs which only we, in the Residents' Party, can truly meet.
Bravo! Thank you, sir. That's what the Tory fellow said last week.
The Labour chap here the week before.
Ah, yes, but were they being specific? Or did they just talk in generalities?
One of them talked in Swedish.
Yes. Well, let me outline for you the Residents' Party commitment to the elderly. Now, we know that in these days, life is a continual struggle. So we aim to relieve the burden on you by continuing your free bus passes, subsidizing your TV rentals, and giving you Christmas bonuses on your pensions. I knew you'd be wild about our program. Now, any questions?
It's Diana Trent. Careful.
Yes, Diana. What can I do for you?
Well, you can call me Miss Trent for a start, you impudent pup.
Right. Sorry, Miss Trent. What was your point?
I don't want a free bus pass. I have paid my way all my life. I am paying my way here. When I go outside the front door, I expect to continue paying my way.
Yes, well, not all pensioners are middle class and well off. So I don't suppose everyone feels as you do.
Oh, yes, they damn well do. And with the bureaucracy involved, it takes £100 to process each free bus pass. So why don't you just hand us the £100 each and sack all your miserable little pen pushers? All we want is to be treated like human beings. Respected, not patronised. So you can stick your free bus passes and your free televisions right up where the sun don't shine and rotate them.
I had 20 votes when I came in here. Now she's got them.
I am sorry.
No. I think she's wonderful. I wish she'd been my nanny.
Sure, I know this fellow from somewhere.
Do leave that alone. It's doing you no good at all.
They remind me of the summer of 1941. I had a girlfriend just like this. Fair. Her name was Sally. She was a land girl. She looked like one of those Horlicks ads. All pitchforks, smiles, and dungarees. A real cracker. We used to set the crops on fire. Oh,
Goodness sake, go and have a cold shower or recite your logarithms or something. I don't know what's got into you.
I am a man, you know.
Not around here, you're not. You're a pensioner. You're supposed to be dead from the neck up and extra dead from the waist down.
You're such a prude, Diana.
Well, my objections are purely practical. I just don't want you rampaging round the place like some mad old goat.
Why not?
You might kill yourself. You've got a weak heart.
Oh, come on.
It's happened before.
What happened before?
Nothing, forget it.
What happened before?
Nothing, I never spoke.
I'll hound you till you tell me.
Well, I have always preferred older men.
Goody.
When I was in my late 30s...
As we emerge from the last ice age.
Do you want me to tell you this or not?
Sorry.
Well, I had a gentleman admirer in his 50s. He was a lovely man. But, unbeknownst to all, he had a bit of a dicky ticker. We had a grand affair. He swore he would die for me. And he did.
Oh, well, what a wonderful way to go.
For him, maybe. I was extremely embarrassed.
What are you chuckling about, Tom?
Miss Trent's sex life.
Oh, that's nice. What was that?
He said Miss Trent's next life.
You believed in the next life.
I don't even believe in this life, Jane. Can we please change the subject?
Mr. Ferguson was really impressed by you. He said that if he could get someone like you on his side, he could wrap up the elderly vote for the entire ward.
Really?
Yes. He said you had the natural cynicism and loathing for your fellow man that was the true hallmark of any first-rate politician.
I don't understand, Geoffrey. The other day when you came over here, you were weeping and wailing about the wicked developers raping your beautiful countryside. But now...
But now things are changed. We have discovered that the developers in question are really quite nice people.
Does she have to be here? She's listening to us.
Don't worry, Marion. I have a built-in whinge filter. I won't hear a word.
The thing is, Dad, the developers have made us quite a nice offer. Once they get the planning permission through for the false bits factory, they want to expand and...
Build bigger people?
Surgical appliances.
What are they?
Trusses, surgical stockings. It'll bring a lot of jobs to the area.
Hand-woven by generations of local peasants, the well-known raffia colostomy bags of Lower Button.
Would you please ask her not to be so disgusting?
I'm not the one who's selling my little bit of England to a Taiwanese prostate king.
They're not Taiwanese, they are Japanese.
Bits will all be too small.
Would you mind your own business?
Well, what about the petition, Geoffrey? Save our heritage, who won the war, keep foreign investment out of Lower Buckley. I got everybody to sign it.
Except me?
Except her.
Well, maybe we were being a little hasty, and we hadn't met Mr. Kurosawa.
Or his wallet.
Where are you going to move to?
There.
Where?
That place over there. You see, you can just see its roof. It's very big, lots of garden, and best of all, it's right next door to you. And it's a wonderful bargain. No one else wants to live close to an old folks' home. We'll be right in your back pocket. The kids can come over. You can babysit for us. We can have barbecues, mahjong.
I know he's my son, but when I look at him, I have doubts about the theory of evolution. He's such a dull dinosaur. Somewhere along the line, he's had a severe charisma bypass. The thought of him wandering over the hill every 10 minutes to discuss his children's hamsters, real ales, and do-it-yourself shelving. Oh, God. From which cliff do the local lemmings throw themselves off?
I'm just surprised that Marion will allow herself within spitting distance of either of us.
Ah, well, the place is a bargain, and a bargain ignites a primeval fire in Marion's loins. Apparently, she could only achieve orgasm during the Harrods sales.
Hello, Tom, Diana. Do you mind if I join you?
Yes, buzz off and fry yourself.
Don't mind if I do. So how are things?
We've both got bubonic plague.
Jolly good.
What do you want, Harvey?
Oh, no, nothing. I was just passing the time of day.
You never just pass the time of day, Harvey. There is no profit in it.
Now, that's what we like about you, Diana. No fiddle-faddle, straight to the point, great.
Why don't you try it? Who exactly is we?
Oh, the residence party.
What do you mean? You're involved in that travesty of a political machine.
Oh, yes, I'm very busy in the South Ward.
I bet you are.
Doesn't that include Lower Buckley?
Right, and you've probably heard the good news about the spare parts place. We're soon knee-deep in knees, eh?
What do you want, Harvey?
We want you, Diana.
You what?
Old Fergie Ferguson was very impressed by your ability to sway a mob. I mean, persuade an electorate. He wants you on our team.
No, thank you.
He's having a gathering of helpers at his place this afternoon.
No, thank you.
And he was wondering if you'd like to come along and, well, get to know him.
No, thank
He's
you.
got a smashing place on the coast, pool, croquet lawn, tennis courts, like something out of Dallas.
No, thank you. Croquet lawn?
We love to come.
Hello. You must be the au pair.
Oh, how did you guess?
Hello. I'm Winnie Ferguson. You must be Diana Trent, who's going to fix Fergie's image with the elderly. I certainly am. You know, Fergie was only saying the other day that with the electorate getting older every year, we're really going to have to bust a gut to con the codgers, as he calls it. Absolutely. Going to have to get them down to the polling stations with cattle prods and mad dogs, is what I say. I can see why Fergie took to you. And I can see why he took to you.
What are they doing here? What's she doing here?
Probably helping. Nothing to worry about. Take a pill, dear.
She's up to something terrible. I can tell. She's being nice.
Relax.
Hello, dears. Well, who's this little chappie, then?
Dad, this is Mr. Kurosawa of Kurosawa Prosthetics.
Oh, the spare parts man. How do you do?
How do you do?
1, 2, 3, 4. Just checking you haven't borrowed any. Could you fit people with wheels instead of legs and a decent gearbox?
Go away.
Righto.
Wheels. Good idea.
Hello. Jolly good having you girls in our country.
Oh, thank you.
There isn't a gardener here, is there?
Oh, no. Mr. Ferguson does all the gardening. He's very good in the garden.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that.
I'm sure that I could do wonders for your campaign, Mr. Ferguson.
Super. Do call me Fergie.
Just 1 or 2 little points I'd like to iron out first. Oh, hello, Tom.
Hello.
Just telling the councillor how we'd like to have a wee chat with him.
Oh, fine. Fire away. You can go about your duties, Ingrid.
Oh, no, do let Ingrid stay.
What's she doing?
Excuse me.
Oh, go away, you horrid little short person! You did this deliberately, eh? You're finished! So did you, and you! You...
Lovely day for it.
Mr. Kurosawa is taking his factory elsewhere. Fergie Ferguson has had to resign from the residence party.
Masterpiece of work.
And Mrs. Ferguson hit the au pair with her Volkswagen.
Splendid.
Once again, you have brought shame and disrepute on the name of Bayview.
Well, this has been a successful day.
Come along, Jane. We have fences to mend, apologies to make.
Coming, Harvey.
I'm a saint, Jane. You know that, don't you? A true saint.
Oh, you are, Harvey.
Jane, you're touching me.
Sorry?
Marion is very upset, Dad.
Good. So would I be if I were her.
She bit Clarissa's hamster.
Better give it a tetanus jab.
You realise that we'll never be your neighbours now?
Oh, good. Oh, gosh. Oh, dear. Very sad.
And I just hope that when you find you need a new bit to keep you going, well, I hope you don't find it and you fall to pieces. So there.
Come along, Geoffrey. Let's get back to our boring, bloody village with all those boring, bloody peasants and all our boring, bloody children. Oh, God! Hell, damn!
I think she's a bit upset. I'd better go to her.
She'll be all right, Geoffrey. Give her a couple of aspirin, slip her under a bus. Soon fix her.
Right, Dad. What?
Goodbye, Geoffrey.
Bye, Dad.
You don't think we're a bit mean?
I do hope so.
I wouldn't like to deny the world an endless supply of hip bones connected to the thigh bones.
Not to mention a leading light in local politics.
I really enjoyed myself. Being malicious is quite good fun.
I've been telling you that for ages.
And you got involved too.
What?
Well, you got off your bottom and had a bit of a punch-up.
So?
So there's a chance you're still alive.
Do not think for one single solitary second that you and your happy humans claptrap has had the slightest effect upon me. You are the one who's beginning to see things my way.
No, I'm having a profound influence on you.
No one's ever had any influence on me, except possibly Machiavelli.
But you've got yourself a job. You fought the good fight. That's my good influence.
And you have learned how to be unpleasant to your revolting family. You are entirely under my influence.
One cuckoo doesn't make a spring.
Oh, my God, here we go. A cliché for every occasion.
A truism is not a cliché. It reinforces the obvious.
And the obvious just about sums you up. An obvious old fuddy-duddy.
And you're an obvious old Lucretia Borgia. I bet you poisoned Harry Figgis.
Harry Figgis died in Mary Hawkins' place. And he was not sipping poison at the time.
Poor old Harry.
That could have been you.
I hardly know the lady.
Make sure it stays that way.
You don't care what happens to me.
I care for you as much as you care for me.
How much is that?
Bugger all.
Absolutely. Drop dead.
And you.
Good night.
Good night. Fancy a cup of gin?
Good idea.
What do you need me for?
You're my assistant.
I don't want to go up in a helicopter. I do not wish to be in this unnatural machine.
In on that one a bit. He'll love a picture of his vulgar hovel.
Diana!
What?
Can we go down now?
No, certainly not.
I might have died 10 minutes ago.
Just a few more pictures. Is this fun?
No, it isn't. Up here is far too close to God. He might think he can save on the fare by just taking us on from here.
You've got no balls, Tom.
I've got no bloody wings either. Get me down.
You're right.
Oh, tarmac.
How wonderful to see you. I'll never leave you again. Oh, my knees. God. What's this? The gang's all here.
Dan, how are you?
Fine, Harry. How are you?
We were just so worried.
Can't think why.
You've been up in a thingamy.
Marion, it's called a helicopter. I know that's a long word for your gnat's brain, but do try and take it in. No, you might be able to use it in conversation.
Dad, what did you think you were doing?
Diana wanted to take some pictures of rich folks' houses to sell